Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today I'm actually going to be talking about the brand new cast reveal for the new Total Drama Island revival. I'm a huge fan of Total Drama Island. I think I've seen every show of it. Yeah, there's so many different seasons of it. I personally think the first 3 seasons were the best. You know, the Total Drama Island, the Total Drama Action, and Total Drama World Tour. Those 3 were probably my favorite just because they had mostly the same characters. We recognized the cast, you know, we got along with them. But later on, they decided to bring in entirely new casts, right? Different seasons had entirely new castmates. They would sometimes do references to some of the older characters. Later on, they just even got rid of Chris McLean, which kind of sucks. I think, was Chef always in every season? Maybe Chef was the only character that made it through every season. But yeah, they really mixed it up. They really did some mix-ups in the later seasons. But they decided to do a revival here. We're not going to be getting the original cast back, like Owen and, all those different, Gwen and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, Heather, et cetera. All your fan favorite characters from the first couple seasons, they're not coming back for this one, or maybe they'll be in cameo roles. Maybe they'll have cameo roles, but we have a brand new sort of revival here with a brand new cast, okay? And I do want to give a shout out to Ned Stowey. Ned Stowey, one of my subscribers who recommended I talk about this. I almost forgot to talk about this, so thank you so much, Ned, for reminding me to do a video on this. So here we go. Now, here's the sad thing, okay, guys? I do apologize for this, but there's nothing I could do. This is the only picture of this goddamn poster on the entire internet. They did not put the Total Drama Island staff did not put a large image of it. It is a poster. It is portrait, right? Yeah, this is portrait. This is landscape. They only have a portrait sized one. You see how this looks like a portrait here? Which means it's very hard to see the new cast members. Like, we're going to have to squint our eyes for this one. So let's get into it here. We're here on Cartoon Crave, and we get this. The first look at the upcoming Total Drama Island revival has been revealed. So here we go. Total Drama Island, we're getting, this is a classic right here, 26 half-hour episodes here. So that's actually really cool. That is a full season, right? That is a full season. It makes you really feel like you're getting a lot of material there, which is really great. And again, they say half hour. Whenever they say half hour, that usually means around 22 minutes, so don't be don't be thinking you're gonna get the whole half hour there. There's commercial breaks, right? And then we get see us at MIPCOM R7D18. I'm not sure what that means. And this is Cartoon Network, which I got to do a video about Cartoon Network. There's a big merger there and a lot of layoffs. I have a video coming up about that next. And Cake, what is this? CakeEntertainment.com. So we got some stuff there. I don't recognize this. Why is there a fresh logo down there? I don't know what that's all about. But let's take a closer look here. This is the best we got, unfortunately. Am I able to make this bigger? I really... Oh, okay. There we go. Here we go. Never mind. I can zoom... Can I zoom in one more, though? I can. Oh, fantastic. That's... Okay, now we have a good shot. This is literally the best shot of them that we have. Okay. I've been looking high, up, and low for a good shot of these damn new characters, and I can't seem to get one. So it turns out zooming in on your web browser is the best way to look at these characters. And we do have a website here. Maybe I should go to the website in question. And, oh, it's just some weird newsletter.com. Okay. So that doesn't lead to anywhere special, but let's go through these characters. Okay. So the first thing that you'll love to see is Chris McLean is finally back in his rightful spot. That is good to see. Chris happens to be one of my favorite characters on the whole show. I think he makes the show. He really makes the show. And Chef, Chef looks really weird without a hat on. They should get a hat on him. What are they doing there? But yeah, it's great to see these two back. Now, Chef actually was in that garbage kitty show. They did this whole Total Drama Rama or whatever. What was it called? Total Drama Daycare. They changed the name somewhere along the way there. But yeah, that show, I try to get into it. I'm so sorry, guys. I can never get into it. I hate that show. Total Drama Island, otherwise known as Total Drama Daycare, just was not a fan of it. Also, why the hell was Jude from 16, which is another show from Canada? It's 16. I'm 16, I'm trying to find my way. It's an old show. You guys probably remember if you grew up in the 90s, like me. Or maybe you saw reruns of 16. I don't know if reruns exist, but yeah, they had June from 16 in that show. Not sure why, but here we go. We have a huge cast here. Like, seriously, a lot of characters here. Really shocking. They went for a full new cast. And we have some lively looking characters. Can I actually even make it even bigger? I can. Okay. So now this, I can't go any further, but this is the best we got here. I do not have a Twitter account. Sorry, folks. We're not getting, is there any way to get rid of that? Maybe I can. Hold on. Maybe I can block it or something. Yeah, maybe, I can. Okay, I blocked it. Bam. There, there we go. So cakeentertainment.com. And Total Drama Island, we're back, baby. We're back. So let's go through these one by one. The first one that catches my eye is this character right here. It really reminds me of like Courtney. The clothing design looks like Courtney, right? Like it looks like Courtney, but she has like the attitude of Heather. This feels like Heather meets Courtney. She might be a military-esque character. She seems very fit, right? She might be a military kind of character. Maybe she quit the military. Maybe she's still part of the military. I don't know. I'm not getting that. Whenever I look at her, I just see like sort of a military vibe. But then I see she has a bunch of piercings on her ears. So maybe she's kind of a bully. Maybe she's a bully kind of character that had some military background or something. I'm not too sure. Then we have this character. He's a very tall guy, very tall, lanky guy with some pop. So maybe he's a pop addict. Maybe he just likes sugar. Maybe, Owen, he was a very fat kind of character, fat, lovable character that liked food. Maybe this will be sort of an energy drink buff, right? Maybe he'll be like an energy drink fanatic because we do see some soda there. And since the original like Total Dramas aired, a lot of things have changed in the world, cell phones, did the original season have flip phones? I don't even remember. It might have been so long ago, but, yeah, energy drinks have really taken off in the pop culture. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was some kind of energy drink fanatic. He does kind of give me like a Jamaican vibe here, just a little bit, because he has the green, the yellow, and sort of red, right? He kind of gives off a bit of a Rasta kind of vibe there, but yeah, not like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they went the energy drink route here, or maybe he's a stoner, maybe he's a kind of stoner, or maybe they'll use the energy drink or the soda in his hand as a euphemism for somebody who tokes and does weed, right? Like Shaggy in the original Scooby-Doo, kind of a stoner type of character. Maybe that's what we'll get there. Then we have this character in the background that literally looks like Marco Diaz from Star Versus, but like grown up with a chiseled face for some reason. Tell me this doesn't look like some kind of weird grown up version of Marco Diaz, right? That's what I'm getting from that. Star Versus the Forces of Evil. That character, we don't get a lot from him. He just has a red shirt. It is a sweatshirt, so maybe he's a sports guy. He might be like a football player. That's my guess there. Then we get this sort of, I don't know, she kind of looks a little Asian there, maybe Oriental, and she kind of has a hipster. I'm getting like a hipster vibe. Maybe she's into poetry. Maybe she's, I don't know, maybe a writer or an author. She kind of seems like somebody who might be into music. Maybe she's into music, or maybe she's this season's emo character. It could be. She could be this season's emo. I don't know. They do usually like to reoccur some of the tropes, or goth, right? The emo goth character. Sorry, I meant to say goth. Why did I say emo? Yeah, this character might be some kind of gothy kind of character. I don't know. It's too early to tell, but this purple-haired girl over here, I guess she could also be the goth kind of character too. But she seems very happy. She seems nerdy. She doesn't seem that gothy. It's a shame we don't get her clothes. Her clothes are covered by this other character here. Then we have this character here, which she gives off a sort of Courtney kind of vibe too. Just a little bit. She seems like a sweetheart, right? This girl in the blue, she has a blue top, blue jeans. She seems like a very innocent, shy character to me. That's you see her eyebrows. She seems a little awkward. That's the type of character I'm getting from that. Then we have this character here. This character looks like a Chad, like he's he's a ladies' man, he's sitting right behind this woman here. Maybe they're in love. Maybe that's a love interest there. We don't know. Maybe they're setting up a little love interest right off this image. I don't know, but he seems like he's going to be a bit of a playboy. He seems like he's going to be a cool kind of guy. Maybe not DJ, from the original series, DJ. He's probably going to be more of a playboy, kind of like Duncan, but yeah, something along those lines, right? Well, I don't know. Would we say Duncan was a playboy? Maybe not. But he has this kind of like hunky kind of vibe to him, where he seems like he's going to be the sort of Chad of the group here, being the sort of alpha male of the gang. Yeah, he definitely looks the most muscular. After I'm looking at these characters, look very slim here, and then this guy here kind of looks like a pudgy, like Owen's older brother or something. I don't know. We'll get to him in a second. Then we have the black girl here. This character, maybe she's she seems very fashionable. I'm not sure where she could be from. Maybe she's from Africa. She seems like, like a fashion character, right? Doesn't she give off a fashion vibe? She does to me, at least. So yeah, maybe she comes from a rich family. She seems rich for some reason. So yeah, that's my guess on that one. And then we have this character in the background. Now, this seems like a very standard Canadian to me, right? This is a sports-loving, run-of-the-mill. He has like a Canadian-looking hat on here. He has a jersey for some kind of hockey team. This is probably going to be the very typical Canadian character. From the first season, you had like Ezekiel, where he's like, hey, my name's Ezekiel, eh? He's going to have like a very Canadian accent. I could see that this character will be more of a fan favorite Canadian Ezekiel, because Ezekiel, a lot of people hate Ezekiel. He's a very nasty little troll of a character. This character looks like he's a much more fun-loving Canadian type. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see this character go very far in the show, because Total Drama Island is one of the rare Canadian cartoons. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks around. Also, Owen is a very remember Owen had a little Canadian symbol on his shirt. I think like Owen wins one of the seasons. Was it season 2? It might have been season 2. Owen ends up cashing out, or well, he never gets the briefcase, but like Owen ends up being the big enchilada winner. And I wouldn't be surprised if they made another I am Canadian, by the way. And if this character won, I would not complain at all. So that's that half of the team. Then we have Chris holding some marshmallows. We're really going back to our roots here by the campfire. Again, I really wish Chef had his hat. That'd make my day. But we go back to this side. Now, I think this half, in my opinion, I don't know, something like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. There's some wacky characters here. There's some... other than this purple girl, right? Like this purple girl, like none of these characters look as interesting as some of these ones, like there's not a lot to work with here. Holy shit. We have maybe this brown skin character here might be, she looks like a camper, right? She kind of looks like a camper to me. She does have boots on, which is different from, this character kind of has military boots here. This sort of Courtney, military Courtney over here. She does have boots on, but she also seems to have some kind of high heel boots on. This character, I'm getting a kind of a Shauna vibe. Was her name LaShauna or just Shauna? TDI Shauna. I thought it was just Shauna. Maybe I'm wrong. Shauna? Safe search is off. Oh God. What is this? Yeah, so there's Shauna. LaShauna. Her name is LaShauna. Sorry, that was my bad. I remember. I don't know why I called her Shauna. Maybe Harold. Yeah, the original series Harold. Maybe he called her Shauna a couple times. So LaShauna. I'm getting LaShauna vibes from this camper brown skin character here. This character really like Bridget. What would you compare this to? Just a kind of like a run-of-the-mill Bridget. I'm getting. This character with the sort of tan-skinned hair, she looks so boring. Like this is the type of character I would, if I was running this show, I would eliminate her first. She just looks so boring. But she does have like shorts on. Maybe she's a beach kind of character. Maybe she is kind of Bridget. Like who knows? This character really gives me the Bridget hair vibes. The blue eyes with the gold hair. Yeah, this character looks cool. I like this design. I wonder what her like big deal is. Maybe she's not a teenager. Maybe she's somebody's mom. She looks a little thicker than some of the. I don't know. Something about this character really sticks out. She does look a little bit older, right? The blonde-haired girl here with the orange shirt. She looks a little bit older. I wonder if that'll come up at all. Probably not, right? But yeah, she looks just like a very regular, like, I don't know, maybe she's somebody's mom, maybe she's a teenager, maybe a cheerleader even. I don't know. I'm not getting a good read on this girl, I gotta be honest, but she does have pink shoes, so maybe she's a very girly girl. Maybe she's just a girly girl. I don't know. Then we have this sort of like Owen's older brother where he's a little bit pudgy. He seems very dissatisfied being here. He doesn't look like he's going to want to, look at his face, right? He's frowning. He's one of the only characters frowning on this whole show. Maybe he just seems annoyed. That's the personality I'm getting from him. Just seems very annoyed to be here. So, maybe he'll be like, what was the guy's name? Oh, Noah. Yeah, this character gives me a very Noah vibe. You guys remember Noah from season 1? I'm getting a Noah vibe from this guy. Then we have now. I think out of all the characters, the purple-haired girl, the Canadian. It's weirdly enough they're like parallel, like the purple girl's here, and then the Canadian guy. My three. I think if I had to give my top 4 here, okay, my top 4 designs. The purple-haired girl here. And she looks like she's wearing braces. Like it's very hard to tell. I can't zoom in any further. But she seems to be sort of like either a very nerdy character. She might be the goth. She does have white skin. She has very like light skin, like she's wearing makeup. So that could be the goth, or it could be a nerdy type of character. We don't really have a nerd here. Maybe this character, maybe that hipster Asian girl might be the nerd. I don't know. None of the characters have glasses, it looks like, unless I can't. No characters with glasses, which is very interesting there. So we can't, when you make a cartoon character with glasses, you might be indicating they're very intelligent or a bookworm. So we don't have any like big nerd characters here. Very interesting. The purple-haired girl probably has to be one of my top favorite designs here. I would say out of all the ones that stick out at you, right? This blonde girl, the one that I couldn't get a good read on with the orange shirt here, this character has one of the best designs. The purple-haired girl in the back, the Canadian guy with the jersey, and Courtney, military. I'm just going to call her Military Courtney until further notice. Those characters probably have my favorite design. I also like Jamaica guy over here. Rasta boy with the energy drink. He's probably one of my favorites too. And this guy with the hat over here looks cool. I like the black guy with the gold hat. He kind of reminds me of what was the second generation, in the video games Pokemon Gold and Silver, the hat. I think his name is Gold, right? In the manga, like his hat reminds me of Gold from Pokemon. This guy seems like he's just a pretty laid back, cool guy. Maybe he's into music. Maybe he's some kind of rapper. Seems like a very cool guy. Then we have this black guy with the gold hair. Maybe he's a basketball player. I don't know. Is that a jersey there? It kind of looks like a jersey. And he has a very tall head. He might be, similar to this guy here. He might be just a basketball player. We don't know. Have we ever seen a basketball player on Total Drama? I don't know. Very interesting though. Gold hair. That takes me back. I remember in the early 2000s, gold hair. A lot of boys were doing the whole gold hair dye thing, But yeah, I don't see that too much nowadays. So maybe this guy like grew up maybe he has brothers from the 90s, and maybe he clings to his family. Maybe he's a family guy. I don't know. It's so hard to get a read on these characters just from these generic designs. There's too many generic designs here, right? Is it just me, or do like a lot of these characters just look very bland and generic? I don't know. But yeah, he seems at least like a basketball player, so that's cool. And that leaves us, did I miss anyone? Let me just double check here. Marco Diaz, but older. We got the Chad here. We got the fashion girl. We got this sort of shy girl here. We got the sports guy. These characters at least feel more readable, right? Like I'm able to read these ones. These ones are like, who the fuck are these? We have this generic, like I said, Courtney character here. We have maybe a camping version of like Lashana. We have very annoyed Noah slash Owen. You know, this character literally just feels like Owen and Noah combined to make some kind of fusion. Then we have this character here, which again, maybe the pink shoes indicate that she's a very girly like girl, you know. I don't know. Maybe she's the kind of character that gossip. Maybe she does a lot of girly gossip, you know, like talking about who the latest people dating are. And I don't know. I'm excited to find out. And the last but not least here, we have between the gold hair guy and or maybe he's just blonde. I don't know. And the guy with the gold cap. We kind of have this another guy that looks like he's also wearing the exact same jersey. Like, look at the jersey here. So maybe these two guys were on the same hockey team or something. You know, that's a theory I have right off the bat of my head. He has dreadlocks, so maybe he knows this Jamaican guy over here, or maybe he's related to him. Cousins, maybe? I don't know. Have we ever seen cousins? I don't know. That could be interesting if two different cousins were like on the same team. But yeah, he does have a bit more of a dreadlock. Oh, those aren't now that I look closer, it's actually not dreadlocks. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing, now that I'm looking a lot close, he does seem to have the same jersey as this guy, but he doesn't actually have dreadlocks. It just looks like he does when it's zoomed in. But yeah, interesting. He does not have dreadlocks. He just has typical brown brown hair, but it looks very like not combed. Do you know what I mean? So he might be a very messy character. Yeah, he might be like the type of character that maybe it'll be a running gag that he never cleans his room, right? Maybe he seems to be a bit of a messy character because he has some very messy hair. So maybe that's the indication they were going with there. Other than that, like honestly, I think the hardest character to judge is like this white girl here, like literally just some kind of Bridget clone, right? Like, what is this? I'm not getting a single fucking read off this woman. Like, I'm sorry, guys, I can't do it. This entire group right here, I get a read off every one of them. This batch, maybe it's because that you don't see their clothing as much. Like here, look, you see all their clothing, you know. But like here, you can't see, a lot of them are hidden in the background. It's harder to see their clothes. So, man, we just can't get a good read on some of those people in the back there. That's a shame. But yeah, I'm gonna say the guy with the golden cap, he seems like a very cool, you know, black guy. This character might be a bit of a messy. Maybe he's like Cody. Maybe he's a shy, awkward guy. He kind of has a Cody looking face, right? Doesn't he? This character, the blonde-haired guy, maybe again a basketball. We might be seeing a lot of sports guys here. Maybe this guy, the Canadian guy here, and the basketball guy, and this guy. Maybe they all team up and form some kind of sports alliance. You know, they're all fans of sports, and they make an alliance. I don't know, but I am rooting for the purple-haired girl. I think the purple-haired girl is the best girl. I'm sorry, guys, you know. I think I'm rooting for purple-haired girl and Canadian guy to take home the gold here. That's what I think. One of those two characters are going to win it all, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. You never know. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts, especially with this character here, like this Bridget-looking character. Like, what do you guys think she's all about? She has like a t-shirt and very short shorts. Like, what is her gimmick? I don't know. Maybe she'll be like Izzy. Just this like kooky character that's like crazy. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch the show and find out. But this is my pre-analysis. This is my diagnosis here, folks. I hope you really enjoyed it. I gave you guys my best takes here. I feel like I went in depth on everybody. You know, obviously Chris and Chef don't need an introduction. We know all about them. But I'm hype. I can't wait. This is bringing me back to my childhood. Here in Canada, there really weren't a lot of like big cartoons that really were iconic, but everybody in school was watching Total Drama Island week to week. It was so exciting. We were all rooting for this character and that character. I was always rooting for Gwen. I always loved Gwen. I don't know. I'm a Gwen fan. But yeah, I can't wait to hear your guys' comments down below. Who do you think's gonna win this season? My money's on the purple-haired girl. I think purple hair's got this one. I want to hear your winners in the comments down below. Did I miss any, like, did I miss anything here? Did I, like, maybe not take something into account? This black girl here, do you think she's a fashion kind of character? She looks really rich, like her hairstyle. She seems like she comes from a well-off family. That's the vibe I get from that black girl there. And yeah, I think I went through everybody as best I can with how little like information and how little clothing. Like these three back here, you barely see their clothing, you know. Even the purple-haired girl, you don't see her clothes, which would have, if we could see what kind of shirt she was wearing, we could get an indication of like, is she a goth or is she a girl that's wearing overalls, you know? But it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. So yeah, can't wait to meet the new cast, and want to hear all your comments down below. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro? Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Bye-bye. Have a great day. The end.